y de nuevo en la carrera final del Miss International Trans 2022 que se va a celebrar en Panamá este año. Especialmente Piccolo Magazine es siempre honrado de poder ser parte de esta hermosa familia del Miss International Trans. Y hoy les presentamos en esta entrevista a la representante de Miss India. Ella es Shaine Soni, con quien hablaremos in inglese para todos ustedes e anche per voi in italiano, quindi noi forniremo questa intervista con tutto piacere. Shaine, this is a very wonderful opportunity to meet you. How are you?
I'm absolutely good, and thank you so much for having me here. It's absolutely a pleasure of mine to be a part of this wonderful platform.
Yes, so do we. Really, we are very happy to meet you. And Shaine, how do you feel? This is the question that we always do to all of you, because we want to know really, how do you feel to be participating in this contest?
I think, my heart swells with pride to be a part of this wonderful platform, because I get to represent not just only myself, but my country, the trans women in my country, what the contemporary, phase of the trans women, in my country is. So I'm today's trans woman who's representing my wonderful land with all pride and with a lot of love and support from everybody.
Beautiful, Shaine. How does trans people live in India?
Unfortunately, the conditions of trans women in India are not really very good. There are very few trans women who have got the right opportunity, and who've not just only got the opportunity, who have worked really hard to get that opportunity. But most of the trans women in India are as far as our law and constitution is concerned, they definitely recognize the existence of trans women. But apart from that, when you talk about general awareness, amongst the people, amongst the mass, that is still lacking. The awareness and education about the trans women and the trans people, that is something which is not really acceptable in the general mass, in the public. But otherwise, the trans women, we as a community is well recognized by the government and by the Constitution of India. But if you see at the larger perspective, most of the trans women in India are either into sex work or begging, or something which is totally dependent on others, because they are not really aware of their rights, and they're not really aware of they're not accessible to education, right to education. So that is something that I've been working on, that to actually sensitize people about existence of gender diversity in my country.
Okay, you're talking about education and the way to sensitize all people. How are you working about it?
Okay, so I'm working on this project. My project is called #Doshodhan Kaksha, which means creating a progressive environment within the classroom, where what we are doing is me plus our NGO, which is Deepa Ardhanareshwar Foundation, that works on the empowerment of transgender women and men in India. So what we do is we are planning to file a PIL, which is public interest litigation, in the highest law authority of our country, which is Supreme Court. We're already in the process. We are planning to file a PIL. By that, we want to bring about an amendment in the education system. And for that, what we are doing is we are requesting the government to bring gender education as a part of prevailing school curriculum. So once we have gender education as a part of school curriculum, I think it will be, if we foster such values at a young age, it becomes much easier for, we provide much unprejudiced space for upcoming generations. And also with the same organization, we conduct gender sensitization workshops in schools, colleges, and work area across our country.
Very interesting, very beautiful project. Congratulations, really.
Thank you. And if given a chance, I would like this project to be international, because it is very important to, see. It's very unfortunate to see we all as a race, we only recognize male and a female gender since the birth. We are not made aware of existence of this beautiful rainbow. The gender diversity. So that if done at a young age, it becomes more sensitive. People becomes more, they will be more sensitive, in the future. And I think it'll be a much better world to live in.
Okay, talking about to create a better world to live in, do you think that education is the main aspect to be considered to create this next generation in the best sense?
You mean to say the geographical location?
Yes.
Well, not really. It doesn't matter where you come from, or where you belong, and which geographical area are you from. I think we all, as a race, as a human race, must abide by the existence of the gender diversity. And I think it is very important. No matter where you come from and which place do you belong, we must respect one another. And I think that acceptance, when we talk about, it is not the acceptance you ask from each other, because I think we all are born equal. It is acceptance should be a self-acceptance, and rest, we all are a part of this wonderful world, and this beautiful family should stay together in harmony with respecting each other.
Wonderful. So I want to ask you, because you were talking about the court, about all the resources, the action that you have done. It is the first time that you have this kind of action, or is there any other action that you are carry on?
All right. So we have been working on empowerment of trans women in our country. But this is the first time after I was crowned Miss Trans Queen India, I was supposed to work on a project. So the project is basically, you pick up only one sector within the given area and you work upon it. So it's every project takes time to build up. So in my case, my national director gave me a full authority to select a project. And this project actually is very close to my heart, because it tells a lot about my personal experience. While growing up, when I was in school, I was bullied. I was bullied a lot. I was harassed. I was bullied. So with my experience, I realized the fact that somebody who bullied me, the person who was bullying me, was also unaware of the gender diversity. So it is not that person's fault. So, my whole idea was to create an environment which is more generous and compassionate towards each other. So I also realized the fact that his or her bullying towards me was just it was a result of unawareness of, the gender diversity around us. So I thought, if we actually start educating young children about existence of the different genders, the coexistence of different gender, so it will become very easy for people from the community, or people who find themselves different from others, which people actually have created the difference. So it'll be very easy, because as a child it was very difficult for me to live in an environment where I was bullied, because there's a fight which is going on within me. I was going through the whole gender dysphoria. And when there is a fight within us, and you're also fighting with the people around you, and those people are not strangers. Those people are our friends, family, relatives. So you're fighting with them, and you're fighting within yourself. So it becomes like a massive war for a child. So, if we can comfort and provide a much better and comfortable space by just respecting and just being a little more sensitive towards children who are different, I think it'll be a very beautiful place to live in.
Yes, it's very interesting that you are teaching from your personal inspiration. So you were talking about empowerment. What tools are you using to empower trans people or all your community?
I think the biggest tool I believe again would be that we are doing is that we're trying to, uh, you know, uh, we're trying to divert all the LGBTQ community towards education, because in India we have seen people who are from the LGBTQAI plus community. They tend to disconnect from their families, and some people are disowned. Some people leave on their own their families. It is very important for them to actually pursue education and stand on their own feet. That is very important. So first of all, I definitely work on creating an awareness within the community by by diverting their interest towards education so that they're self-dependent. That is very important. And also there are many cases in India where people who are educated also, who from the community, who are working really well. They're very well talented people. So but they do not get the right kind of work environment, or they are also bullied at the work environment that they usually work at. So what we do is we also create gender sensitization programs in the work areas, where people should be more compassionate towards people who are from the community in the work area, and people should not be judged on their gender or their sexual orientation. They should be, when it comes to work, I think it is very important to just look at the professional side of it, and to appreciate and admire the talent more than the sexual orientation.
Splendid. So if you have the power right now in this contest to teach all the other contestants to teach this project, how would you like to do that?
See, of course, this is a wonderful opportunity that I've got, and I think this is my whole sole purpose of actually, visiting and participating in this beautiful contest, where I can share my project, and I can actually tell my sisters who are coming from different parts of the world that creating an environment from when a child is growing, if you create an environment that provides a child that comfort, that love, that every child deserves. So if we do that in each country that is participating, it can be a force to reckon. It can be a massive revolution that we can bring about, in not just in one country but across the globe. So I would definitely share that how am I going about, because every country has a different constitution, every country has a different law. So depending on their personal law and order in the country, and the constitution that they have. So I think filing a PIL, if that is the solution, or approaching a government, in any case, I can definitely be of whatever help I can be to all my sisters across the globe, that if we can bring this together, and in each of our respective countries, we can bring this change. I think it will be very soon a massive revolution that world can witness.
You have tell us a very important word, the word revolution. What does it mean for you?
Word revolution means bringing about a change which is very important, change that makes sense for existence, and that a change that brings about a positivity in the world. I think that is a revolution for me.
Splendid. And really, really is this is like that. So do you want to share the first of to finish this very interesting interview? Would you like to share a message for all your people, all trans people in India and all over the world?
Okay, I would like to quote. I have written a quote. This is my personal quote that I wrote out of the experience that I've had. So it goes, the voice of my heart was louder than the noise from the chaos around me. So it actually, I would like to elaborate it. It means my heart, what my heart guided me, was much stronger than the people who were talking bad or negative about me. So I always believed in the power of myself, in the power of the light that I have within me. So I would just say to all the transist and everyone who feels a little marginalized or who feels out of this, who feels odd one out in the world, I would just say that just do not let anybody, silence your voice, because you are really strong as a person. You carry a universe within. Forget the world. And all we need to do is realize our potential, bring that light out, and just live beautifully. This world is worth living. This world is so beautiful. If we only keep looking at the negative side of it, it will be very depressing. So I think what you need to do is just wake up in the morning and start with a fresh approach and look at yourself and say I love you in the mirror, and move ahead and live life with the, with full energy and positivity. That is what I think is my message to everyone around the world.
Yeah, yeah, I'm really agree with you in every one of your words. So thank you so much, Shaine Soni. She is the contestant for Miss India in Miss International Trans 2022 in Panama this year. And Piccole Magazine is one of the main sponsor of this beautiful and magnificent event. So we hope to see you again and there.
I'm really excited. I'm really excited to see you all in person. And I can't even contain my happiness. I think it is very important now to just have this contest begin, and we just meet. I'm dying to meet all this beautiful contestants around, and make memories of a lifetime.
Yes, 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 yes. Y para todos,
Gracias.
namaste.
Muchas gracias.
Bien, ha sido entonces las palabras espectaculares de Shaine Soni, Miss India en el Miss International Trans 2022, así que no pueden dejar de ver porque hay muchísimas más entrevistas en exclusiva por Piccole Magazine TV para todos ustedes del Miss International Trans. No se lo pierdan y nos vemos en las próximas entrevistas. Chao, chao. Bye, bye.